Good morning and welcome to PSD. My name is Judy Kenner and I am the Classified Training Coordinator for Poudre School District. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about professional development. So how can professional development be of service to you? Well, we have several ways to help you as you start your career with PSD. We help provide the tools you need to perform your duties in the position you're now starting. We also provide trainings to help you improve your skills. And we hope that this is the beginning of a long career with PSD and understand you might eventually want to step into another position within the district. And we want to help you prepare for that possibility. One benefit of being a classified staff member is that all classes are free to classified staff. And I will go over a little bit later why that is a great benefit for you. Now, there are many times throughout the school year when professional development opportunities are available to you. We offer a wide variety of classes, both face-to-face and online throughout the school year. PSD supports all classified staff in many ways that are unique to our district. One way is by providing designated training days for classified staff when no students are at school. We typically have two designated dates, one in the fall and one in the spring. And in a typical school year, I would share those dates with you now. As we all know, this is far from a typical school year. So due to the current situation, things are still a little unclear as to when we'll be able to hold those large events again. Once PSD knows more about structures for in-person or remote training based on health guidelines, more information will be shared through email. So watch for those notices. We also provide programs to help target your growth in different areas. One example of this is our Leading PSD Classified Leadership Program. This program has proven to be very successful in helping classified staff grow their leadership skills. Participants go through an application process where applications are reviewed and participants chosen by a committee of district leaders. This program includes monthly sessions with motivational speakers and then one-on-one sessions each month with both a personal coach and a mentor to help you develop and grow as a leader. Another program we're actually kicking off this year is the Classified Pathways program, where you can become highly qualified in different areas. The first three pathways are in educational technology, literacy support, and behavior support. Now, this can be an area you'll be working in already or an area of interest or something you're hoping to move into in the future. These are higher level trainings that look great on any transcript or resume. Now, when you start any new position, you always have a lot of questions that can range to something as basic as, where should I put my things? To more critical questions like, what are my specific duties? Or who will be evaluating my performance? To help you with this, professional development also provides you with some resources that can help make your life a little easier. For those of you that will be pairs in the classroom, here's an example of one of those resources. This is called the Teacher Para Handbook and can be found on the Professional Development webpage. It can also be found in the Human Resources Documents folder in the document library. This resource was created by a group of teachers and paras who worked together to create a list of questions that will clarify expectations. Since we are a site-based district, the para position can look very different from site to site and even classroom to classroom. This handbook is a great conversation starter where you can get a lot of questions answered right off the bat. There are several topics covered, including how to address student behavior, technology, and even your schedule. Like, when do I go to lunch, or when should I check my email? In the example on student behavior that you see here, there's a column on the left describing the role of the teacher, and then in the right column, the description of the paraprofessional's role. On the next page, there are questions and prompts you might want to ask, such as which students are on a behavior plan, or what are some common consequences when a student displays unexpected behavior? And there's some space also to make notes. I highly recommend you take a look at this resource to help prepare you for your new partnership with your teacher. Now, a question everyone always has when they start their new job is about required training, and that does vary greatly from position to position. For that reason, unfortunately, there's no master list you can go to where you will see every training that is required for you. The best way to know exactly what is required for you is by having that discussion with your supervisor. There are, however, some common trainings that I wanted to go over with you today. One requirement for all classified staff is this orientation, which you're now fulfilling. Another requirement for all classified staff that works in a school, and licensed staff actually, is the QPR Suicide Prevention course. Even if you're not working in a school, I recommend you take this class. Unfortunately, suicide is something that affects both adults and children. Sadly, as in many areas of our country, this is an issue we see way too often, and it's important to know the signs you should look for and how to help those who might be at risk or are just struggling and need some intervention. You might just save their life. We offer this course throughout the school year and always have it on our classified PD days, so be sure to register when there's an offering that fits your schedule. Now, Laura may have gone over this already, but there are also some online training modules that are required every year for all staff. There are several different modules that are now required on a rotating basis, and Laura will give you more specifics on those. These modules are not housed in our PD online catalog, but they can be found along with other online trainings on the Safe Schools website. Now, there will likely be other trainings that are required for you based upon your duties. Be sure to check with your supervisor to be sure you're meeting all those requirements. If you work in integrated services, for example, you'll need to attend a separate orientation where you will learn about different and additional requirements. For example, you'll be assigned a learning plan that includes 5 classes you're required to complete within the first 2 years of your date of hire. One class that's common to all learning plans is the CPI, or Crisis Prevention Institute training, where you'll learn verbal de-escalation skills and some physical holds that you can safely implement when all other avenues have proven to be ineffective. You can see all the different learning plans listed here. Now, you'll be assigned your learning plan at the Integrated Services orientation. For any questions on your learning plan, please contact Renee Ostergren at the email address you see here. Another popular training we provide is the CPR, AED, and First Aid Certification course. Every school and PSD building has an AED device, so it's important that staff knows how to use this valuable life-saving tool. This training is available to all PSD staff, and certification is good for 2 years. Some staff members, such as health techs, athletic coaches, and even some office staff, are required to take this training as part of their job. Per our insurance requirements, there must be at least one staff member certified at all times at every building or PSD event, such as a field trip or sports event. For that reason, many schools require multiple staff members to be certified. Please check with your supervisor to see if this training is required for you. There will be someone at your site who will be keeping track of who is currently certified to be sure we are in compliance. We want to keep everyone safe, and we encourage all staff to take this training, even though it may not be required for you. So how can you register for all these classes? Our online catalog can be accessed by clicking on the Staff tab on the main PSD webpage. Once you log in as PSD staff, scroll down to the Quick Links box, and you will see the link to our online catalog. Click on that link, and you'll be prompted to log in once again to get into the catalog. Now, if you're a very new hire, it may take a couple of weeks for you to have access. In the meantime, if there's a required training you need and you're not able to access the catalog, please contact the PD department to help you with that. And I'll give you our contact information at the end of this presentation. Once you're in the catalog, click on the Courses tab and enter a keyword or class number in the search bar. In the example here, I typed in CPI. This will bring up a list of courses that have CPI in the title or description. Find the one you're looking for and select the section that works best with your schedule. Please note that the system defaults to the next 3 sections. If there are more options, you will see View All Sections in the bottom right corner. You can see that at the bottom right corner of the screen. Click on that to see a complete list of all the different sections. Click on the register button and you will see a disclaimer that talks about payment options, which really only affects licensed staff since classes are free to classified staff. Agree to the disclaimer and choose the credit type, classified professional growth. And I'll tell you in a moment why that is important. Now, if you are a classified staff member but do hold a teaching license or are working on one and prefer relicensure credit, please contact PD so we can go over those options with you to help you choose the best credit type for your situation. Now, while we're on this slide, I wanted to point out also that on this page in the catalog, you can also view the list of courses you're currently registered in the top right corner in the My Courses window. You can also view and or print your transcript, withdraw from a class if you're within that allowed window of 72 hours, and you can also find surveys you need to complete to get a class on your transcript. On this page, you can also see the current status of every course you've ever registered for in the My Course Status window. You see it on the left-hand side here. Now, why is this little cutie so excited? Well, she just found out she can earn $400, and you can too. PSD wants to reward you for furthering your own educational and professional growth. One way they do this is by offering a classified professional growth stipend. Now, this stipend is available to all classified staff, whether you're full or part-time. You must complete 40 hours of training, which is structured coursework directly related to a PSD classified position, not necessarily the one you are currently in. There are some outside offerings that also count, such as conferences you might be asked to attend. If you're working on a degree, many of those classes will also count. They don't all have to be PSD courses. You can accumulate these hours over as many as 3 years, although many staff members get a stipend every year. You can claim only one bonus per school year, and you can't apply until you've been employed with PSD for at least 1 school year. However, you can start earning those credits today. Required trainings and CPR and first aid do not count towards the stipend, as they are considered part of your job, not above and beyond, which is what the stipend is supporting. Application deadlines are October 1st and April 1st, and all forms can be found on the Association of Classified Employees, or ACE, webpage. There's also a rubric there which details more specifically which courses count and what does not qualify. This program is managed by ACE, and all completed forms are to be submitted to the ACE president, where they will be reviewed and approved by a committee. And details will be sent out prior to each deadline as to where specifically you need to mail those forms to. This is a great opportunity, and I hope you all take advantage of it. I do hope you reach out if I can be of any help. I want and appreciate your feedback. If there's some training I can help you with, I'd love to discuss that with you. Here's my contact information. I've also included the contact information for Jane Lynn Lilly, who is my partner in PD and another great resource for you. She's the person who can help you if you're having technical difficulties with our catalog or have questions about credits on your transcript. I'm happy to help as well, of course, but she's the technical expert. Please reach out if I can help with anything. And again, welcome to PSD. I hope this is the start of a long career with our district, and I hope you love working here as much as I do.